Hello everybody and welcome to another knockoff review. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the first offering from Blue Circus. Love that clown logo, that is fantastic. This is Big B, BC-02. I don't think they've done anything before now. I know their Prime is coming out, so he's actually en route to me as we do this video. I've got a fairly nice box, very kind of straightforward. Got this cityscape scene. Turning it around, we've got B on the back there as well with this warning. This is basically an oversized version of the MPM Bumblebee, which is a strange choice in my opinion. And I have heard a few rumours on the rumour mill that Blue Circus is under the BB7 or BBQ banner, so it's done a fantastic job when they teamed up with the S model on the Seekers, so let's hope this is up to par. And here we have him out of the box, rotating on his pedestal. He comes in a very kind of heroic pose. Standard paint applications are pretty good, very similar to what we got with the Legendary Toys version, just not quite done to the same standard. In fact, the actual product itself does feel slightly cheaper, especially the weapons. The hammer does look the part, but it's a very thin plastic. Feels very much like a kind of cheaper Dr. Wu item. He still comes with his blaster, and the detailing is definitely there, and he does look very imposing, but I'm just not sure if there's the demand for an oversized B. When I say oversized, I mean oversized. I mean that's a good 1.5 times bigger. Plastic on Legendary Toys, in my opinion, feels better. There's pretty much a similar sort of heft to the two. This is obviously slightly heavier due to the size. There's still die cast in the feet, etc. It's tit for tat. Obviously you can see from the Legendary Toys one that they've gone to town with all of the added paint applications, especially this kind of smoked grey that they've used. It's definitely kind of more on par with the original MPM version as opposed to the Legendary Toys. The yellow is very similar indeed. They need to darken up the wheels. Really, the wheels come across as more of a grey than as black, and it's just not quite as crisp around the edges as I would like. Some paint smearing just there. Actually, I think that's where they haven't painted it silver, and it's still slightly yellow. Still, it's got some pretty darn nice heft to it, and he does look the part with the hammer, but isn't the hammer designed to be used with the Last Night Bumblebee as opposed to the 2007 Bumblebee? Or am I completely wrong there? I honestly thought the hammer was designed for him. Now we get the exact same articulation and functions as the Legendary Toys version, so I'm not going to go through that, so I'll include a link hitting the information bar up here, and that will take you through to the Legendary Toys review. But this does come down, and we have the battle mask feature which can flip down. That is my personal preference for Bumblebee, covering off his face. There we go, making him actually look like a Bumblebee itself. Now we can kind of have that warhammer sitting over his shoulders. Now I think that works. Right, here he is alongside the Legendary Toys version of Optimus, and of course the massive Black Mamba version of Optimus. You know, that scale isn't too bad. I think Bumblebee was meant to come up to Prime's crotch, so he actually scales pretty well with the Black Mamba version. And the original MPM Bumblebee comes up just above Prime's waist, so that's probably a little bit too tall. Now, like I said, I am getting the Blue Circus version of Prime as well. It looks very much like the original MPM in terms of colouring, but we shall see how that fares and what sort of scale that comes in at. I've not seen any details on his height, but I would imagine, judging by this scale, that he's going to be around the same sort of height as the Black Mamba version. definitely coming up as more of a Human Alliance size, which is a good thing. Human Alliance was a very good scale, especially in their vehicle modes. And here we have him all transformed up into his vehicle mode. Definitely think that scales remarkably well with the Human Alliance figures. Vastly bigger than the Legendary Toys counterpart, but at the same time, both cleaning up really quite nicely. Again, the paint applications are slightly better on the Legendary Toys version, but this has got some real heft to it once it's all kind of joined together. Now, if you can see here, I do have a little bit like bobbling or something on my paint there. Not really sure what's going on. Now, I know this was a pre-production test shot, but that's the first time I've seen that on that piece. Maybe it's something I've done, I don't know. Never noticed it before, but the wheels all roll quite nicely. All tidies up clean on the underside there. Everything pegs in okay on the back. Nice crisp number plates. Still got that difference in shade, which is very apparent with pretty much every version of this mold, where they paint the plastic, they paint on top of yellow, and then they paint on top of black, and it does come up with a very different color. If we just bring in Sam Witwicky, you can see I think that's a pretty good scale there. He'd be sitting in there. I think that works very well. We've got the Weijang oversized version of the Studio Series Prime there as well in truck mode. It scales very well with the likes of the skids and mud flap cars as well. I'm not sure the exact measurements of Bumblebee, but as far as vehicles go, that's pretty good. I like having these all displayed up in their vehicle modes, but it's such an issue keep transforming them back and forth for the reviews. So this is actually quite a welcome addition to my collection, so I can actually have kind of a Human Alliance, very film inspired figure alongside my Prime. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Is there a need for this Bumblebee? You know, is that something that people want in their collection? Do we need a kind of more 2007 accurate Chimera as opposed to the Human Alliance figure or the MPM series? It's a good figure, the MPM Bumblebee, but people are just not sure what scale they were going for. It doesn't really scale correctly with the MPM Prime, and it's pretty a little bit too small to scale with my Black Mamba Prime. So the actual official product is more in limbo than anything else. I really do like this as their first offering. Very much looking forward to getting their Prime. Whether they be BB7, BBQ, or this blue circle, they've delivered a very good product. I'm very happy with it, pleasantly surprised. And once again, I'd like to thank TF Direct for making this review possible. If you'd like to get a hold of one of these, or one of them, hit the link in the description below. And until next time, from myself and Bumblebee, good